Hello everyone, Jesse here from JRoussel.Creations with another Silly Moon Quilting Company ruler video. Today we're going to be using Gemini, who is similar to Cheesie from one of our previous videos, except this time we're doing 2-inch and 2.5-inch circles. So kind of a fun look at the two of them. You can get half, 3/4, 1, 1.5, 2, and 2.5 to give you some really big concentric rings, similar to our failed peacock feather over here. We were going half, 3/4, 1 inch, 1.5 inch. We could have continued even bigger and even bigger again. But yeah, so let's see what we can do before we get any type of quilting done. Ruler base. Always good to have a ruler base. I don't care if you're doing 1/2 inch of stitching or an entire quilt. If you are using rulers on your machine, this is a must. All ruler bases are designed specifically for the brand and model of machine, either by the brand that made your machine or a third party. They are out there. Just use Google. It is so much easier and safer than having your ruler hop up between your foot and your needle, breaking your ruler, breaking your needle, causing timing to go off in your machine, weeks, possibly months of wait times to fix your machine, not to mention the costs. So yes, safety first. Take a couple of minutes and just put on your ruler base. You'll thank yourself for all the times you don't break your machine. So yeah, let's get to some fun circles. Similar to Cheesie, I think we're just going to do that spirograph design again. I like that, but we're going to see if we can't have some fun, make it a bit different. So we'll start with our biggest at 2.5 inches. This probably isn't the best place for this ruler. So we'll just start the design going that way. So again, there's not much space on this ruler unless you want to go and grip this way, which I think is what I'm going to do, because it gives me the best opportunity to use our 3-finger grip. Technically, I can get a full hand on this ruler, but others will only be able to get 3 fingers. When in doubt, more is better, but again, you don't want to apply too much downward pressure because then you're applying pressure on the ruler base and you will not be able to move your machine that easily. So a gentle but firm pressure downwards. And again, there's no need to push, pull, whatever. As long as you're holding firmly, the machine will do the work. Yep. So let's see. What I could have done was chalk out some starting points, but that would require pre-planning on my thought. And I like to do these videos on the fly. So what those little points did was essentially give me quarters so that I can flip the ruler around, line up this line here with this line that I made there. That'll give me essentially a 90-degree turn. On my ruler. Now, as you can see, I only had 2 fingers on that while I was going around because I had to lift my pointer finger away. Generally, you could have put just 2 fingers on the ruler, but I feel like my middle finger applies a bit more stable pressure, and I also had my ring and pinky finger kind of giving me a base on the fabric itself, so I could lift off that other finger. Not something I would suggest for people who are just starting out with rulers. It is touchy. Okay, we're just going to take a couple seconds and snip our threads. that they don't get in the way and get tangled, piss me off. There we are. And because we can't swing our ruler that way, we're going to go a bit different and use the indicator that is engraved on the back of the ruler on my previous vertical ruler marking and use it that way instead of using the keyhole. Now, when I come around to the keyhole, I'm going to have to be a bit careful. To ensure that the foot essentially doesn't get jammed into the keyhole. Now, some of you may have noticed that as I was moving back that way, there was a bit of play on my base. This is why we use the base, because if I didn't have it, my usable space is about that on my throat. Always use a ruler base. Now, we did our 2-inch. Let's do 2.5 inch. And what I'm lining up is, again, that center line here, but I'm lining it up with the intersection here of the smaller circles. So again, 2 to 3 fingers of pressure. And again, we're not going to make it because I'm hitting my intersections. Go. That we're going to have to go a bit ambidextrous for this one. And we can go backwards this time. But it's still usable. It's still good. It's still good. Go. But it just goes to show that you can clearly see which hand I have a bit more control over. And again, that just comes with practice. Seems my bobbin thread snapped. Please hold. Alrighty, and we are back. Little thread snafus over and done with. And again, like our Cheesie design, it's a little heavy on the thread in the center, but if you use either a thin enough thread, it doesn't look so bad. I kind of like that, the offset sizing. Oh yes, that's Gemini. Oops, holding it upside down. Gemini from Silly Moon Quilting Co. The 2 and 2.5 inch circle template can be used in congruency with Cheesie or by itself as a pretty flower. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.